This is Billy. Now it's the...
What's going on, everyone? Darkside Phil here.
Then it's codename Kids Next Door. This is Cartoon Network.
Vic Vinegar says, I'm super disappointed in your RPG playthroughs recently. I feel like all you care about is Street Fighter. You're rushing through everything else. Let me get this straight. You think that my 50-hour playthrough of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was rushed? 50 hours. 50. 5-0. You think that was rushed? No. What's happened is, sadly, all these RPGs came out together, and they're all insanely long. And there's no way that I could play any of them at a rate that satisfies anyone unless I drop the others. That's the problem. There was no way for me to do a 100-hour playthrough of Zelda, a 50-hour playthrough of Diablo 4, and an 80-hour playthrough of Final Fantasy 16 at the same time. It's not physically, humanly possible. It's just not. If they had come out spaced out, I probably would have played them a little bit more slowly. But the way it happened is they're interesting for a certain period of time. No, I can't play them all at a snail's pace because it would take me... I literally, if I had played all those games long form, okay? Just think of it this way. I wouldn't have even finished them by the fall. I would not have finished Zelda, Diablo, and Final Fantasy 16 by the time the new releases were coming out in September. I would have still been playing them. And that means no anniversary event or any celebration over the summer, not playing Street Fighter 6. Everyone's super excited because we hit so many subs, and again, I am appreciative of doing that. But it would be nice if people would not get overzealous. That's what they're doing. Is they're like, oh, Phil's gonna do a bunch of special events now. Like, no, I'm not. We're gonna continue to stream every day and play all the new games and do what I'm good at. And I'm not gonna do a million special events out of nowhere now because we got a bunch of subs. That's ridiculous. What, are you crazy? I'm sorry, but sadly, these games, you know, they're designed in a lot of ways to be the only game you play. That's not me, guys. I'm a variety streamer. I am a variety streamer. You have to understand that if you want to see me play the games, I can't be putting in 100 hours into one game unless it's the only RPG I'm playing and 3 came out in a month that you wanted. You're blaming the wrong person. If you're disappointed in my playthroughs, sadly, you've got to be disappointed in two groups. The game developers making these games so long and the viewers who demanded I played all 3 at once. Because I outright said at the end of May, I would rather only play 1 or 2 or 1 only to balance with Street Fighter and have a focus on it. And everyone demanded, no, you can't skip Zelda. It's like Game of the Year contender. What are you, crazy? You can't skip Diablo. Diablo's the first time in over a decade there's a Diablo game and everyone wants to see you play Diablo. Are you insane? You're going to skip a mainline numbered Final Fantasy? It's like, dude, you can't do it. Yeah, I can't do it all. I'm one dude. I'm here 6 days a week, full time. 6 days a week, I'm live streaming here to pay my bills. If I don't live stream for several days at a time, I lose money. They'll get their comeuppance? I don't know. See, here's the thing, like, for every situation where someone gets their comeuppance, there's another 25 people who don't. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually a rarity in this day and age where someone actually gets their just desserts. It just seems like this is a completely unfair world a lot of times. And, you know, the actual hard workers who should be out there and should actually be getting the credit. And by the way, I'm not necessarily just talking about me. I'm talking about many, many people out there who are genuine, who love what they do, who do it for the sake of loving it, not for the sake of a paycheck. And you expect me to play 300-hour RPGs. It's not happening. It's a realm of fantasy. It can't realistically happen. You understand? You just can't. So, simply put, I'm doing my best to juggle everything. Some people understand, some people don't. I can't please everyone all the time, but if you were going into June with the expectation that I was somehow going to play 3 insanely long RPGs full time and actually do 100-hour playthroughs of all of them at the same time, you're nuts. There's no freaking way I was doing that. I outright told you that. I definitely tempered expectations. I said, you have to expect what things are going to be, you see? Slayer said, I think people are expecting you to be good at Street Fighter 6 without playing it much and then focusing on playing RPGs and Street Fighter 6 a few times a week. Right, and that's the thing. You have to understand, I explained that about Street Fighter 6 as well going into June. I told you guys, if you really want to see me try, and if you want to see me continue to be able to do this as my job, you want to help the efforts to keep
bringing the fun gameplay streams every single day.
To get good at Street Fighter again, to get back to where I was at a level of competition or a competitive player, I have to be playing it a lot. And the other thing is, as a variety content creator, you guys don't want to see Blanca all day, right? You want variety. You want to see me try the new character. Even if it means I fail, at least I'm learning and you see the new character and we all see variety in the game. You don't just want one thing constantly all the time. So I need to be taking time to do that. And if I do that, that means that's time away from everything else. And that also means I'm going to be behind the other competitive players playing the game because they're all sitting down playing 1 or 2 characters. I'm sitting here playing 10. I mean, I've used, what, 11, 12 characters out of the 18 already? And still people were actually mad that this week I'm not using a new character. Like, you're not using a new character this week? You said you were doing a new character this week. I'm like, you know, you can't do everything. Again, what it is, this is both the blessing and the curse of being a variety content creator. Allow me to explain what I mean by that. The blessing of being a variety creator, like me, is that I never run out of content. I literally can never run out of content because people would love to see me cover anything, whether it's a fighting game.
Say block. I couldn't block because of lag. I didn't do anything. I dashed and it immediately blocked and it gave me a fucking something and I got hit out of it. Lame.
A puzzle game. There's no way this is going to work because I can't activate it now. Okay, I give up. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm not going to do it.
Who fucking cares?
A shooter.
Oh shit, Jesus Christ! I fucking didn't see him at all.
An RPG.
Fucking shit! Fuck ass bull!
A platformer.
What? I couldn't do anything! I was stuck in place! I tried to jump and butt splash and nothing happened at all. This is stupid. Wow, this is fucking dumb.
An exploration game.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 Papa Vera! Oh, fucking shit!
A narrative-based choose-your-own-adventure game.
I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay, we're totally gay.
A horror, survival horror game. A narrative-based horror game.
You know,
Are
every
you the
inch of
guy?
my dick and balls.
It's the guy watching his Twitch. Is that really him? Is he the one
Yes.
that caught it, Matt?
Yes!
You know, I could keep going. Basically, all those games are things, classic platformers, classic real games. They all fit into my wheelhouse, right? I'm a jack of all trades. So because of that, I will always have content to put out for you guys till the day I freaking die. There'll be something to do on stream every day. We'll never be bored. That's cool. But on the flip side of that, the double-edged sword of being the variety content creator is that everyone wants everything and I can't please everyone, right? I started all on YouTube way back when in 2009 as a Street Fighter player playing Street Fighter 4. That's where I got a lot of my notoriety and a lot of my initial interest in views came from that. So when Street Fighter 5 came out, people were excited to see me do that again, and then the game was terrible. And I hated it, and people were so disappointed. And what's happened is in the last decade, a lot of people who used to like my content gravitated away from it when they realized I wasn't going to cover fighting games like that anymore, right? But now with Street Fighter 6, a unique opportunity, a restarting of the franchise from a competitive level, from a presentation standpoint, from a content standpoint, and people really wanted to see if I could do it. Guess what? I've done it. In 1 month, I went from being a 0, knowing nothing about modern Street Fighter, to someone who is in the midst of the higher ranked players. I'm not in the master level yet, but I'm actually in the upper echelon of people playing this game, and I'm hanging there. That's pretty crazy. I never expected that. I thought at best I'd just get bodied a bunch, and at least people would enjoy the content of seeing me get slapped around. I didn't think I was going to have more wins than losses, and I was going to go into higher ranks and shit. Like, this is way, way beyond what I ever expected. So, and I'm happy for that, obviously, you know? But at the same time, for me to do that, right, I've basically got to get to a situation where I have to balance everything. And that means if I was going to put that much time into Street Fighter this month to do it, everything else was going to suffer. So choose one RPG. No, Phil, there's 3 RPGs coming out. You must play them all. Well, that's where it breaks. Why? Here's the real question. Why do all the game developers release all their games at once. And here's a really interesting one. Usually it never happens in June. Usually June is the slowest month or one of the slowest months in the year for game releases. Why did they all release their games within a month? Is there any logic to it? Is anyone who makes games, or I should actually say the people in charge, like in charge of these publishers and stuff, are they looking at the gaming landscape and saying, gee, perhaps releasing 3 high-profile RPGs in 1 month is a bad idea because they'll kind of cut into each other and cannibalize each other? No one thinks this way because they're dumb. They just throw shit out there, and then they all complain. Oh my God, our sales didn't make expectations. Yeah, because you're an idiot. Because you didn't look at everything else around you and say there's too much competition, save it for when it can just be focused on as the sole game. Now we're in July. No new releases at all except Pikmin 4 and Exo Primal. Oh, big releases, right? August, there's like fucking nothing. Why did you leave 2 months empty? You could have delayed your releases till then and had them spaced out and be the only game anyone's talking about. It's idiotic. It makes no sense. And again, for me, it sucks because since I am that variety content creator, everyone wants to see me play the hot new game as soon as it comes out. Because if I play a hot new game a month or two later, people go, it's not that interesting anymore, right? Guys, I did my best. I can't do everything. I'm satisfied with the fact that after a month, I'm doing well as Street Fighter, and we're hanging, and we're having fun, and I'm still learning characters, trying other things, improving constantly. I'm happy I still got to play the other RPGs. If anything was going to suffer, I think the RPGs were what had to suffer. There was just too many of them in a short amount of time. D-Man re-upped his membership for 8 months and said, yabba dabba doo. Thank you, D-Man, for the support. Haseo says, smart move. 1 RPG for one for July, 1 for August. Nope, everything came out at the same time in 1 month. You're right. It was all within 30 days. Literally all within 30 days. SD Charger said it's because companies have quarterly deadlines so they can please investors. You know what would please investors more? If the game sold more and they made more money. Because rushing to reach a deadline of a quarter of income is bullshit. It's false. It's made up nonsense. It's numbers on a page. It's not thinking long-term at all. It's just short-term bullshit. When you're running a company, you don't just look at the immediate sales of something and write off everything else. They're idiots. They keep thinking in this very small-brained, small-windowed mentality instead of looking at the big picture. Ghost of Tsushima, released in 2020. It was one of the best-selling games of the year, and it released in July. That was the test case to see if games would sell in the summer. It did. They have the evidence. They ignore the evidence because they want to still live by this culture where they don't have to fucking think. Instead, they just follow the tropes that they've come before. Everything must sell in Christmas or in one other quarter to make our earnings. That's fucking ludicrous thinking. From any kind of a logical perspective of a gamer, seeing the gaming cycle, seeing trends of how money flows, this is idiotic. It's the same reason why they all jump on bandwagons, like the Team Looter Shooter bandwagon, the Battle Royale bandwagon. This fucking sucks, dude. It really does. I'm sorry. This game is fucking complete crap. It's so bad compared to other shooters I played. People love this game because it's free. That's the only reason. Oh, it's free? It's free and it's addictive and it's memes and viral. People play it. Oh, it's great. It's not. They keep the games as a service bandwagon. They all bandwagon and then the games fail because they're idiots. They don't think creatively big picture. And they're going to keep suffering for it until someone gets a brain there in charge of one of these companies. This is stupid. How about you get someone in power at a company who fucking knows something about the games industry? Right? No. We want someone who knows all about how to fucking run a fucking invoice book and a fucking, a ledger book to make money for the quarter. Well, you keep doing you. Go ahead and keep complaining when all your blockbuster games come out and fizzle out and don't sell as well as you wanted them to. Then complain how your game budgets are over-bloated and it takes hundreds of millions of dollars to make a game and the game won't sell as much to make up for that. It's your fault. You're the one that fucked it up. It's not the games industry that fucked up. You did. You're in charge. You're a joke. So I see people on Twitter, Will, signing off from my 18-hour stream of Black Ops 4 to get some sleep, but I'll be back in 3 hours for more. It's like, Jesus Christ, some people are just so serious about this shit. I'm not. You guys know that. I play it for fun. I'm a variety streamer. I don't rely on one genre or one style or one IP in order to make my popularity grow or anything. I'm just here to have fun with any game I play.